Welcome to the Barbara Lee Family Foundation Theater at the ICA, where audiences come to see genre-defying performances by some of the most talented and original artists working today. I'm David Henry, Director of Programs.
And I'm John Andrus, Public Programs Manager. On October 5th and 6th, the ICA presents the highly creative and delightfully quirky Miranda July. July's never performed live in Boston, and I'm eager to show the city another side of this remarkable artist. We'll be presenting two works. Society, a new piece, is an experiment in collaboration that blends fiction and real life as July mines the histories and talents of audience members. Lost Child plumbs July's own past, from her earliest outings as a fledgling artist in the Portland, Oregon riot girl scene, to her recent successes as a filmmaker and best-selling author. Touching and entertaining, these performances explore the creative energy of one of today's most fascinating artists.
With a history of blurring the lines between ballet and other forms of dance and movement, Carol Armitage is a true renegade. Her company, Armitage Gone Dance, will perform two very different works from its repertoire: the quiet, poetic Ligeti essays with music by Georgi Ligeti, and Rave, an exuberantly colorful spectacle that has dancers in body paint exploring voguing and kung fu. It's been over a decade since our company was last in Boston, and we're very proud to welcome her back with this unusual program. One part quiet meditation, one part raucous celebration. A self-proclaimed athlete of the heart who has actually taught dance to athletes, New England-based choreographer Adele Myers brings a robust physicality to the stage. Einstein's Happiest Thought, a brand new gravity-resisting work, was inspired by her attempt to get over a lifelong fear of falling. Myers is poised to begin attracting the national attention she deserves. In January, we will present the world premiere of Performance, which brings together the celebrated choreographer and Merce Cunningham alum Rashawn Mitchell, the droll singer-songwriter behind The Magnetic Fields, among other acts, Stephen Merritt, and Ali Nashke Messing, a visual artist who transforms spaces with light, glitter, gold leaf, and reflective thread. Presented with our partner, Summer Stage's Dance at Concord Academy, Performance was developed at the ICA this past summer during a 2-week residency. During a sneak preview at that time, it was clear that the artists and this uniquely beautiful theater looking out over Boston Harbor had fused together to create magic. For almost 40 years, the Bill T. Jones Arnie Zane Dance Company has created provocative dance theater, combining text, music, and highly physical and disciplined choreography. While this will be the 4th appearance by the company in our theater, this will be the first time that Jones himself will be central to the performance. That's because Storytime is a collection of 70 one-minute stories from his life that reads as his dancers perform 1-minute snippets of movements from the company's repertory. A celebration in story and dance of the complexity of a life.
Kentucky-based singer, songwriter, cellist Ben Sollee is known for unconventional repertoire and inventive, intricate arrangements. At a recent performance, the New York Times wrote, "Appalachian mountain music gave way to the blues, and one song ended with a fragment from a Bach cello suite, beautifully played." French model, singer, and actress, daughter of film director Jacques Doyon and British actress and singer Jane Birkin, Lou Doyon has appeared in 80 movies and is the face and muse of fashion house Givenchy. Last year, she released her astonishing debut recording, Places, which won her Best Female Performer of the Year at the French equivalent of the Grammys. Singing in English and playing guitar, Doyon creates songs that are intimate, emotional, and highly romantic. So Percussion is a quartet based out of Brooklyn, New York. The performances inspire an infectious sense of fun, with literally hundreds of instruments gathered on stage, to be played with a sense of experimentation, driving rhythm, and a playful dose of humor. Their original music is a jumble of influences, from classical composers like John Cage and Steve Reich, to Brooklyn indie rock and improvised jazz. So Percussion's Where We Live examines where they are in their lives, who they are, what they've done, and where they're going, and tells the story of what it means to be home. For Where We Live, So invited friends and past collaborators to contribute their own notions and ideas of home.
Kicking off our season of film is a work by Abigail Child called Unbound: Scenes from the Life of Mary Shelley. In the shape of imaginary home movies, The film tells the story of the teenage author of Frankenstein and her husband, the romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley, set within the extraordinary architecture and landscapes of Rome. The result is an experimental feature on writing, free love, death, and memory, a playful mastery of form which pays never wavering attention to the past's connection with the present. In addition, the ICA is pleased to bring a series of films to the Barbara Lee Family Foundation Theater this fall called Art Over Politics, The Persistence of Dreams. Beginning September 28th and 29th with Salma, beautiful imagery and an evocative score accentuate the unfolding narrative of Muslim Tamil poet Salma, a luminous artist who defied her family to become one of the most important female literary figures in South India today in this extraordinary new documentary by award-winning filmmaker Kim Longinado. On October 26th and 27th, the series continues with The Desert of Forbidden Art, a look at the plight of Igor Savitsky, a daring curator during Soviet rule, who rescued over 40,000 artworks by artists who were banned from exhibiting by the government. The series concludes with Unfinished Spaces on November 3rd, an exceptional documentary about Cuba's ambitious National Art Schools project, designed by 3 young artists in the wake of Castro's revolution, then neglected, nearly forgotten, but ultimately rediscovered as a visionary architectural masterpiece. Rounding out the fall season will be the presentation of selections from the Boston Jewish Film Festival on November 10th. The ICA is proud to bring a special program of the best Jewish films from around the world, including a series of 3 films, Women Pioneers, Unorthodox, and LGBTQ short programs, Out Loud, which will be screened at the ICA on November 10th.
Thanks for joining us for this preview of our upcoming season.
There's always something new to experience at the ICA.